Hi, friends. I'm Anna Hughes. I'm your superstar director of the Flash family of teams. And tonight is February 13th, 2024. We wanted to talk about Scentsy Family Reunion, seeing as registration starts next week. So there are a lot of our teams that don't even know what Scentsy Family Reunion is, let alone have never been there. So we wanted to talk about the importance of it and why you want to go and how to make it happen, and maybe just some little why it's near and dear to our hearts specifically. So Scentsy Family Reunion is basically just Scentsy Convention, and a lot of us still call it Scentsy Convention, but we call it Scentsy Family Reunion because it's legit like going to a family reunion. You show up and people are just happy to see you. There is a certain energy of feeling like you belong. And we used to actually be a family of different products, but now it's just Scentsy, but we've kept the name. So Scentsy Family Reunion is Scentsy Convention. So there's that. This year, it's going to be in Orlando, Florida. It is in July. I think it's the week of help me, 15th. Alyssa's nodding her head. I'm looking right at Alyssa because I know that Alyssa will know the details. She's really good at that. And it's a little bit longer if you have a director or above status. Otherwise, it's just typically 3 days. Okay. The great thing about this year, it is the 20th reunion, the 20th year for Scentsy. So it's going to be a ginormous party. It's going to be the best time. So if you've ever considered going to Scentsy Family Reunion, this is the year to go. In fact, opening night party is in Universal Studios, and when Scentsy does it, they like shut down the whole park just for Scentsy. Like, we have Universal Studios to ourselves for opening night party. So super, super exciting. Heidi and Orville will be back. Heidi and Orville are the CEOs of our company, and they have been gone for 3 years for a mission trip. And so we have missed them desperately, and we're really, really excited to see them rejoin the company in a more present way. So I personally love Orville's keynotes. He just speaks to my heart. Like, I am very analytical. I love analogies. There's something magic about when Orville takes the stage and just says the things. It's incredible. And if you're somebody who's likes the softer side, Heidi has a way of just reaching in your soul and making everybody in the room cry. But it's a full experience. It's so crazy for me to say some of these things because, like, it's really hard to explain without sounding like a crazy person if you've never experienced it. Like, it really is. It's one of those things that you won't understand it until you've been there. And once you've been there, you don't want to miss it ever again because it's such a great experience. It truly is. Like I said, registration is going to start, I think, Monday. And there are two different options. You can register to go in person, which I highly recommend, and we're going to continue on that in a second. Or you can register as a virtual attendee. And so you'll be able to attend like on Zoom, kind of. You're going to get the same content. You are not going to get the same vibes. It's just a different kind of thing. So definitely better to do virtual than nothing at all. And virtual does count towards you earning that cooler for that 12-month, 20-year incentive that we're working on right now. But in person is what we really want to talk about. So my first time that I ever went to Scentsy Family Reunion was in 2015, and I registered as a lead consultant after really not doing a whole lot with my business the first few years that I'd been a consultant. And I went and I shared a room with 3 other Scentsy consultants. 2 of them were on my team. One of them had just joined. She legit was pulling coins out of her couch to find money to make this all happen. And then another one who wasn't on my team, and she's still a really good friend of mine, but I didn't know her before going to Scentsy Family Reunion. And but these are people that become ride or die friends, and it's just a normal thing to go and share a room with 3 other people that you barely know and cut the costs in order to be able to go. A lot of people do go and take a spouse and they do their own thing, or they go and they share with, like, I used to take my mom with me. My mom loved going to Scentsy Family Reunion. But sharing a room, not a big deal. A lot of people even go and they make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the room in order to make it financially doable to go to these conventions. So don't count yourself out. Hear us out on all of this, because there are ways for this. Even registration can be on a payment plan. So when we open registration, you would typically just put in a down payment, like a deposit, and then you can make payments up to the event. So it makes it a whole lot more reasonable and something that you can accomplish regardless of what kind of budget you're on. Okay. So there's that. I love this because it's really cute. And so I thought I would bring it and show you. But this was my first lanyard when I went to Scentsy Family Reunion the first time. And you get these little ribbons and everybody walks around with their name tag, and my little achievements were on here. First time attendee. I had a little lifetime PRV. I'd sold $10,000. Lead consultant. I was in 2015. This was last year's lanyard. These buttons, these pins are all trips that I've earned with Scentsy since joining. So that's pretty cool. And then my name tag, and then these are my ribbons these days. So it's really cool because a lot of people say that leaders are born at events and that the events are business changing. They really are if you go in with the open heart and open mind and ability to actually be present and soak in the things. If you can give yourself that gift, I promise you it is absolutely hands down worth it over and over and over and over again. I went with my sponsor. She introduced me to Orville. I got a picture with Orville Thompson on the dance floor, and she told him that I was going to be her director next fall. And I truly believed it, and her belief in me, and me being in that moment, and them marching Mickey Mouse out on the stage to announce that the next incentive trip would be to Walt Disney World. Like, I've always wanted to do that. And so I immediately started crying. I'm like, oh my God, this is like, is this real? I want to do this. And it's a vibe, guys. It's totally a vibe. And I hope that you take a chance on yourself, make the investment and go. And I wanted our directors to share a little bit about their thoughts on Scentsy Family Reunion, what they love most about it, and what they walk away with. So Steph, would you be willing to share with the group?
I think, like she said, SFR is not anything that's explainable. Like, it's just a feeling, and you have to be there to truly understand like what it is. It's wild. The energy, the connection, the people you meet. Home office. I'm obsessed with home office. I think they're the greatest people on the planet. All of it. All of it's so good. The traveling, like, it's, you obviously have to travel to go, like, I don't even know what, all my years are mixed together now, but like getting into the parks early or staying late, or all the perks that Scentsy just allows us to, they just give us so much. Like, it's literally like it's like a celebration of yourself, but you took yourself there. Like, I don't know. It's so freaking good. You got to go. I remember my first one I went to, I actually earned Disney World in my first, I don't know, 6 months of joining. So Anna had just found out about Disney World when she went to her first one, and I earned for Disney World for one, but I didn't go. So I took SFR, and I stayed with somebody that I didn't know, somebody else that earned it. And literally, you're never in your room, so it doesn't matter who you're with, like, at all. Like, you literally sleep there and then get up and leave. It was the greatest thing ever. I went as a star, and I don't know how long after that I promoted, but it wasn't super long. I don't know. It was so good. Every one of them I've been to, I've obsessed over. Everyone.
You went to Scentsy Family Reunion in July, and you promoted to director in October. I think
I,
October or
I am
November that year.
a person, so I know that it was not long after, but I don't keep track of that.
Yeah.
I don't. I just don't care.
I love that you're like, you just have to go. Like you do.
Like talking about it is cool. Like you're gonna feel our energy, but like literally going is like a whole nother vibe. You just like I don't know. I can't even speak. It's so good. Show
I
up.
know. Did you feel like, I mean, I looked at it going, yeah, I'm not going to stuff like that. That's not for people like me. That's for people who are like really into this business, that are like really doing the things. Like if you're getting active, like you need to be there.
Even if you
you need to
like
be
that,
there.
you're wrong. I'm telling you now, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Just
It's
show.
it's
And
more
if
it's
you're
more
wrong,
than just
have
about
an
Scentsy.
apology. So sorry.
Oh, Tammy, tell them.
It is so much more than just Scentsy. It is so much more. My best friends, my best Scentsy memories actually are SFR. I mean, Austin was freaking, some of my best stories are still from Austin. Salt Lake City, the drive there, just the four of us driving there, the videos we have, the stories, the friends that we've made, our house. I mean, just there is nothing like SFR. I look forward to it every year. I hit annual sales, so I don't have to worry about paying for anything that week. I know that I will have money. I don't have to think about it. That is my goal for annual sales. It's not because I want the award. I mean, I do, but I want the award for the money, the reward part of it. You know what I mean? The financial part. Because I know that I will get that bonus in June, and it covers everything for my trip for SFR. It's heaven. I love every bit of it. Every single bit of it. You go to the group sessions and it's just the energy, and you can't help but be crazy. I mean, you end up wearing purple lips and stuff. Everybody. I mean, it's like you don't care. You'll do whatever. And I don't know. It's so fun. It's the thing. You got to do it. You got to experience it at least once. But some of my best friends I've made at SFR.
And if you're gonna experience it once, this is the year. I mean, the 20th year.
Yeah.
Since
I mean, and like you said, Heidi and Orville. I mean, Orville has this like, I love Dan. I love Dan so much, but Orville, when he speaks, it's like a calm. It's just like, it's like he's so calm, and then Heidi is just like, she just.
Yeah. I'm going to share some of the keynotes this week leading up to SFR so people can kind of see, because it is, I mean, it's super special. It's really, really cool. Alyssa, what, Steph?
I said bring all the tissues when Heidi's talking.
Absolutely.
Full box.
More than when you're talking?
Or when Steph's talking. Yes, that too.
Yeah.
That's true. One of my favorite things about SFR is learning from consultants in the breakouts, because they're topic specific and they will give you, it's not really homework, but it's like things that they do that are proven and actually work. So you're not just walking away with like a bunch of useless knowledge that won't get you anywhere. I mean, if you apply it. But then the experience is just amazing. And I really think Dan just tolerates us because we are really annoying to him. Like specifically if you hang around like myself, Tammy, and Candy Sanders, he puts up with a lot. And then
Dan is a weirdo, though. I will say he
is. He
I think
tried
he
to run
loves.
me over
I
with
think
a
he
scooter last year.
I think he secretly loves it. So
I think he does too.
He has to.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to, because Jesus. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. And then leaving, you go there really and you make a lot of new connections and friendships, and looking back on all the pictures and videos when they come out. And then since he has professional photographers there to actually like get everything, but when those come out, you get to relive it all over again. But just go. Just go. I don't even know. It's an experience that you cannot get anywhere else. So I'm done.
Okay, that was perfect. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Aubrey.
So I'm trying to keep a straight face because me and Dina are texting right now because we're talking about our SFR memories from last year because we were in Charlotte and I think it was day 3 and we were really tired. I was really tired and we were in the Uber on the way to the convention center and we were just, close to downtown I look over and I'm like, oh, what a pretty park. And was it you, Dina? Aubrey, that's a cemetery. And we just lost our minds. And our poor Uber driver was probably like, what is happening? Who are these people? Get them out of my vehicle. And so those types of like slap happy type memories come up when you go to things like this. But I mean, I also think, first of all, I've not been to an SFR in person that Orville and Heidi have spoken at yet. And I'm very fortunate that now that I live in Tampa, Orlando's in my backyard. Like it's not even a problem. So not that I wouldn't have, I mean, I've gone to Salt Lake, I've gone to Charlotte, I've gone like whatever, but I would make it a priority regardless because I think I have done so much changing since I joined Scentsy as a person. And I feel like I always get the message that I need for whatever stage of life I'm in, not just my business, but just life overall. Sorry. And it's like everybody else is saying, it's not just about Scentsy. It really is about personal development. And you might meet somebody or hear somebody say something that just really resonates with you. And that has been my experience. And I think that it's really easy for us to say, that's not for me. I'm not going to go. Oh, but I have this. Or well, what about that? And I promise you, because I've been that person and I know other people here have been that person as well. You are doing yourself a horribly, immeasurably massive disservice if you don't prioritize coming, because the connection that you get when you attend is truly remarkable. So please find a way, find a buddy and make it happen, because it really will. The feeling is so electric, is the best way that I can describe it. And you don't want to miss this. And I know that you don't know what you're missing, but if you've never been, but you just got to be there. So, yeah.
No, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly it. And you're right. Like I get exactly what I need wherever I'm at personally. So yeah.
Mhm.
Charlene.
There we go. Um, I've been to two SFRs in person so far. And the first one, after I went, I stayed with Tammy and Alyssa and Steph and all of them in the up house. My God, that was a blast. But after I went that year, I said I will never miss another SFR. I don't care what's happening, why it's happening, what's going on in my world. I'm going to SFR, period.
Mhm.
Period. It is a blast. I love the energy. I love the upbeat. I love seeing everyone, meeting new people. Honestly, I'm my biggest competitor. So I love, love, love watching the awards nights. And then I say to myself, I'm going to do that shit. Like, I'm going to be on that stage. I'm going to earn that one.
And then she does.
I try to, and then I try. I make it a goal. Sometimes I don't, but I try. Like, I just love it. I love all the things. It's a blast. I just can't miss it. I can't. You got to go. It's so energetic. It's almost like a adrenaline rush, like the whole week long. Because I feel like I get home and I just like crash. Like I just crash and I could just sleep for hours on end because I'm exhausted. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's fun and you take a lot away from it. And I love your competitive spirit. I love that. So the first time that I went, the entertainment was, and I'm going to make this quick because I want to show you guys something, but the first time that I went, they actually had One Republic do a private concert just for Scentsy. It was the coolest thing. And they'd had and in the past they had Kelly Clarkson, and they had like they've had tons of musical artists, but and then when the second time I went, we were in Nashville and they gave us all tickets to the Grand Ole Opry. We all got to go to the Grand Ole Opry and have an experience there, like a full concert there. And then when we were in Kansas City, we got to a Kansas City Royals baseball game. They gave us a ticket for that. When we went to Disney, we got to do a date. They gave us a park ticket into Disneyland. And when we were in Austin, what was the entertainment in Austin? You guys help me. I can't remember.
There was a silent disco.
Is it the Alter Ego band?
But they did something else for us. I don't remember what it was. Like in
I don't think our leader let us go to anything.
yes.
Not you.
Yes. Oh, and look, I'm going to read this for LaCondra so that way people who are watching it back can hear this. But LaCondra said, I'll add, in Charlotte, it was packed. Scentsy even accommodated consultants that had issues getting down into the seating area or being around that too many people for the session, and created a separate, smaller area for them to still participate and receive the giveaways. Like they're very understanding of those types of situations.
Very inclusive.
Yeah. It's really super special. There's always been, they've always done a lot of special fun things like 5Ks, and we've had the fitness marshal, and we did this band on the run where it was a 5K and they had musical bands all along the like live music all along the run. And we had like a glow run in Las Vegas, and like there's always so many cool fun things that are not just Scentsy and training and personal development. Like there's fun stuff too. There's fun. So
let's not forget all the giveaways.
Yeah, let's not forget all the giveaways. And it's all tax deductible. So you're gonna need tax deduction. So you might as well like either you're gonna give your money to the government, or you can spend it on a sweet ass trip and have a good time and make that money back. I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna make that money back tenfold by investing in yourself. So do the things. Okay, now I want to show you something. And some of you have seen this and some of you have not, but I have to stop the recording for it. Otherwise, I won't be able to upload this to YouTube because YouTube will flag it. So I'm going to stop the recording. If you're watching this back, the video that you're missing is on the team page. Okay. All right. Let's stop the recording.